Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, now I know you're wondering, why are we playing this game? Why are we playing a different game? But it's not just any game. It is Undisputed. Yes, the first boxing game in many years since the fight night era ended, sadly, and there wasn't new productions made on a new fight night. We got a new game, more promising. More like the new UFC game series, as you can say, with the more realistic fighters, the more real-life fighters as well. And maybe some custom storylines for the future, a career mode as well. And this game has just been really fun to use. But before we do that, why have I done a review on this game? Here, let's look at the introductions first.
From Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, here is the renowned four-division champion of the world, introducing Eric El Terrible Morales. Fighting out of the blue corner from Mexico City, here is the sensational three-division champion of the world, the baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera.
But yeah, like I was saying, why are we doing this now? Why are we doing a prediction for something? Or why are we doing this review now? Well, because I feel it's the right time to do this. Now, why are we mainly on this game? Is because of one reason. Uysk versus Tyson Fury Part 2. Now let's be honest with this. It has been years. Now it has been months since early in the year since Fury and Alexander Uysk, put gloves on and decided to fight for the heavyweight championship of boxing. Anyway, the last time. Now, actually no, not that. But in history though, and we gotta admit this, in history there has always been rematches. Big rematches. And this is definitely going to be one of those big rematches for sure. And also by doing this, it's going to be really huge. And I think we're definitely going to be doing more unboxing reviews and fights going forward. Hopefully we get, and I think also if there are more boxers that they, announce for this game that we're going to be getting for sure. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to be getting more boxers going to this end, which they just released their first DLC. And some of you may know, some of you may not know. But Jake Paul was the first DLC in this new Undisputed game. And you know what? We're going to test him out later. But here's the thing, though. Regarding the rematch between Uysk and Tyson Fury. Let's look back at the history, at the tales of this, how this rematch got put into place. Now, back a few years ago, Tyson Fury was probably the biggest feud of his career. Same with Deontay Wilder, and in my opinion, probably the biggest boxing feud in trilogy in many years. Because to be honest, I feel that boxing in a way has been dead for a very long time. Either that, and the reason why I say this is because there's not really enough big stars to fill the shoes of the past legends that have done this, like Eric Morales and Barrera, and people like Floyd Money Mayweather, and Manny Pacquiao. But however, there are some stars a little bit rising to stardom for quite a few years. For examples like Tank, Devin Haney, one of the names. Canelo, at this point, Canelo is one of the last few legends of this sport left. And you could say Tyson Fury as well. And Deontay Wilder in their own right. But these guys have been incoming legends for a little minute now. But at the same time, we feel like that there's been nothing huge going on. I feel that there's been nothing huge going on in boxing in many years until the trilogy of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Now, in the first match, huge. Deontay Wilder with a big knockout, but Tyson Fury got up. But it resulted in a tie. The rematch happened, and what happened, I believe in the 9th round, Tyson Fury no, actually, no, in the 5th round. In the 5th round, Tyson Fury made the refs stop the match. Or made the refs stop the match, and the team of Deontay Wilder put the towel, the surrender towel, technically, in the, on the ring, and it stopped the match. And again, Deontay Wilder's, little tantrum, I should say, left him in a bad taste and didn't want to accept that he lost. But, eventually he accepted it a few months later, but, I mean, it was just showed he had bad sportsmanship. But he had a chance to reprove himself in the rematch. However, what happened in the rematch? In the 10th round, not only did the referee stop the match, he got knocked out and went for the 10 count. Since then, then it led to the Uysk and Tyson Fury fight, which everyone has been wanting this for a while, especially Uysk, to get a shot at the world heavyweight champion, probably the most dominant boxer of this generation. What happened? Well, in the beginning first round, it was in a good headspace. Pretty good, pretty slow, but it was promising. During the middle rounds, it was decent as well, but it wasn't until the later rounds that it got really, really interested and very investful, I should say. Where, but Tyson was in trouble. Not Usyk. No. Tyson was in trouble of losing the fight. Because Usyk was hitting him with everything. Right hands, hooks, straight jabs, rights and lefts all over the place. But what happened? Tyson Fury still got hit and landed most of them. However, he managed to survive. But the result was that Usyk became the undisputed and new world heavyweight champion in boxing. Now, months later, we are here and the rematch of part 2 has taken place. Again, Fury's coming for blood in this one, coming for vengeance to redeem himself as the most dominant heavyweight champion in the world, while Usyk, on the other hand, is coming to, keep his crown in his place. But the question is, will that happen? Well, we'll find out eventually. But all I'm going to say is this, though. Tyson Fury has been really good with his rematches and dominative in his rematches. So the question is, I would say, can Usyk withstand the pressure of retaining the belts? Or will Tyson Fury once again be crowned the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? That is what I want to know. But going into now, before we get into that, I think that this is the only big match, and they are in Saudi Arabia also once again, because they were in Saudi Arabia for the first time, and once again they're returning to Saudi Arabia for the rematch. But anyway, I want to talk about a few things, and that is this. Like I was saying, I feel that, boxing for a long time has been dead. But, I mean, there has been some stars who has been trying to revive it. But at the same time, because to be honest, no one has been watching boxing that much since the old days, when there was still legends around, still big names around. But I feel that with boxing, that there hasn't been any big names to, put up, or anyone hasn't really, what's the word? Captured the attention of the audiences in a very long time, I would say. Probably one of the big ones, I would say, that has. Again, it's been rare in this generation, but there has ben some glimpses. Again, the formerly known Tank, who has been the prospect, or one of the proteges of Floyd Money Mayweather. He has been one of the proteges of Tank for the longest time. Oh! But yeah, wow, what a crazy ending to that round. But yeah, no, he's been the protege He's been the protege of Floyd Mayweather was, I should say, because he's no longer a part of the promotion anymore because of, I believe, some issues. I don't know officially what was going on, but there was some, disrespects and some, beef between Floyd and Tank not too long ago, that Tank decided that he doesn't want to be involved in the promotions of Floyd Mayweather. Now, I hope this is wrong, but, there's just been some beef lately. So, we'll see what happens. Again, Floyd has been having, not too many beefs, but, there's been, some rumors about his beefs been going on with Saudi Arabia. With, Saudi Arabia, about how he's been in prison there, that he's been owing the money and all that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how accurate they really are with that, but, yeah, let's just say there's just been some, nothing too big, but, some rumors. Hopefully it's not true, but we'll see what happens. But so far, nothing. However, I think one of the big things that I want to talk about is why I'm also calling this the State of the Union regarding boxing. Maybe I'll do another, little sketch on what do I think of this generation and of the old generation. Maybe one day. But, oh my God, my legs are killing me. Especially my right leg. But anyway, I feel like that there's been some adjustments that, need to be made, and to boxing in general. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, the boxing promotions today have been relying too much on Saudi Arabia to make fights, which I find it to be quite ridiculous that we're allowing a foreign country that at least wants to give boxing attention again, that we're allowing a foreign country that's finally giving boxing a little bit of attention today. But at the same time, boxing wise, the money spending in these fights have been outrageous. And some of the pay-per-views, they're not even focusing on the cards. Now, I'm sure that most of the fighters are, talented, sure, but there's no build-ups for them at all. Like there has been no build-ups for any of the young upcoming talents, nor of fighters that, we should keep an eye around for a very long time. There hasn't. And, the fact that WBC or whoever has been in control of the boxing promotions lately, except for the UK, because I feel like that the UK boxing promotions know what they are doing, and they've been the only ones slowly, trying to revive it. Trying to, stick to the old ways of, we could do something, we could do a show or boxing fight and build people up. So yeah, I want to, see what's the issue with that. But, it feels like that the American promotions are allowing, again, the Saudi Arabian people to do the boxing work for them. When they have the money, they have the resources, but either they're lazy or they think that maybe, maybe their way is not good enough anymore. I don't know what's the issues. And, this is just, me out of, assuming. But, man, this has been a really good fight. I can't lie. Back and forth jabs and everything. And I gotta admit, though, sometimes games, boxing is more better than the fucking real life boxing in a way. But anyway, I just think that we need improvements. Now, and let me be honest, though, too. I think that in a way, Dana White, the UFC owner, thinks the exact same thing. That, that he believes that, boxing has been dead for a long time, and the reason why is just because the Saudi Arabians are the ones that are doing the fights instead of the American boxing companies doing the fights. What we got? Wait, what round are we at? Round 6, okay. But yeah, he feels that there needs to be a change. If not, then, boxing is going to go deeper in a hole. And first off, the only reason why now, the only reason that boxing fights are at least a little bit more, more down than usual is just because there's not really a star card as there used to be. There's always one big fight, and that's it. One big fight for everyone to watch, and we gotta wait till the main event, and then that's it. which is why I've been watching more UFC than I would say boxing right now. Because number one, they bring star fighters onto the cards to make the pay-per-view at least more watchable, and that's why I love UFC more than boxing, because they don't bring enough popular or build up enough popular, of their fighters more than the boxers. More than boxers, which is quite sad, and that's what I want. I want more notoriety for the new boxers and for the veterans that have at least done this for a while, and that we should be looking out for this guy. We should be interested in this fighter because he can be something else. Oh, very nice. But yeah, no, nothing happens. No build-ups to them whatsoever. Only for the main event, and that's about it. And I feel that Dana White, thinks that there needs to be a change, and I agree. And I think, in my opinion, Dana White should start his own boxing promotion. Now, funny thing, he has been starting the Slaps promotion, which I find it to be, quite ridiculous, but funny at the same time. And it's so, brutal, but it's like, you're basically just slapping your opponent. Like, whoever hits the hardest. That's it. You're done. But there's been some pop to it though lately. And yeah, there's been some man, that was a round though. I'll give him that though. But yeah, there's been some pop to it lately, and there's even some memes about it though too. So you could say that the Slaps promotion is doing really good. Really good. But, Dana White feels that, he wants to partner with some of the American boxers who feel the same way, and he feels, Eddie Hearn, which I believe is from the UK, my fault. He wants to partner with some people from the UK, some people from America that, believe the same thing, that Saudi Arabia should not be controlling boxing, because it should be an American thing. But, it is what it is. This is what boxing has come to. Oh, very nice. But, I think it would be a really good idea though, and especially since how he's been running the Slaps as well, that's been a successful thing though too, and I think it should be done. I think because I believe Dana White knows what he's doing. He knows how to bring talent up. He knows how to, he knows how to, build people up and, promote them. And I think he has a good mind for the fighters. Now, of course, some people are going to say that Dana White does not raise or give his fighters enough money. Now, to be honest, there has been times where he has brought up the money. Now, I don't know. Now, I don't know how much actually they get paid. But, at the same time, it is what it is. But, I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it's true or not. But, and they said also something about the healthcare, something around that has been criticized as well, that he doesn't give them enough healthcare, something like that. But I feel that these are just rumors until proven otherwise, which is why in the next fight or so we're gonna be talking about another man, a controversial man that's low-key been trying to bring boxing back up, but at the same time has used conniving, schemeful plots in order to do it. Some people might, I've said it earlier, I said the man's name earlier, and he's done it, he's been a target of in the internet regarding the sports lately of boxing. That's right, the man's name is Jake Paul, the problem child himself, the first DOC of Undisputed. Yes, he is going to be our next fight, which we're going to choose a random one. Anyway, yeah, so my fault. Yes, the problem child will be in our next fight. He'll be fighting, since he likes old people so much, since he likes fighting old people, which we're going to get to him more after watching this fight. But, like I said, him and Dana White have been having a beef for a few years at this point. Nothing too crazy. But, I mean, of course, Jake has been one of the few people that has criticized Dana White because of his pain of fighters lately, and, as well. And, you know, he feels that, you know, and the point is this, though, which I'm not trying to get too much into that until we get to that, but all I'm going to say is it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of ridiculous on Jake Paul's part. But I'll explain why. But, you know, the point is I feel like that boxing needs to change in order for it to, you know, get more fan base again, for it to grow more, and for there to bring new fighters. But yeah, the only way it'll do that is, you know, honestly, in my opinion, I would say give it a Dana White. But the point is something needs to change, and I hope it does change for the better. But, you know, time will tell. And we'll see what happens. In other news, though, regarding boxing, there is another potential fight that could be, I would say, pretty interesting. I'm surprised it's not with a certain someone, but here's what I'm going to say. Conor McGregor has just announced that he's not getting in the UFC ring. No. He's getting back into the boxing ring. But he will be fighting not Jake Paul, but Logan Paul. Again, Jake Paul has been trying to aim his shot at the best of the best fighters in the world, and, you know, Conor McGregor happens to be one of them. Of course, there's been shit talking between them for a little minute as well. Another few Jake Paul has gotten himself into at the same time. But again, you know, who has he gotten into a fight with? A lot of the veterans that have put, you know, UFC and, you know, and fighters and big boxing legends on the map. But we'll talk about that in a few. Like I said, there's rumors that Conor McGregor wants to fight Logan Paul in a boxing ring for an exhibition. Now, what do I think of this? To be honest, why? Now, because Logan Paul is supposedly in WWE, doing his thing in WWE as well, making moves, you know, fighting the top guys in wrestling. But now I guess he probably might agree to this, you know, boxing match with Conor McGregor. Now, I think it'll be funny, whoever, you know, if it's true, and if they are working on that, which is looking like it might be true. But at the same time, that it wasn't with Jake Paul. And there's also been another fight that he's been planning on trying to do, where he is trying to face Terrence Crawford, one of this generation's, you know, biggest stars, but also one of the biggest fighters of this generation as well. You know, he's been planning. He's offered, or he was planning on offering Terrence Crawford a big fight, big money contract to do this fight. Now, to be honest, that is a match I'm willing to see, because when Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor boxed, it was a good fight. I will admit, it was enjoyable. This was probably one of the best crossovers between UFC and boxing in a long time, and I think personally, it made sense to do this. This is one of the biggest fighters of both worlds colliding to see who was better on the floor, and as it once was, Floyd Mayweather won. He won the fight by knockout, I believe. He won the fight by knockout. And Floyd proved that he was still, you know, on the top of his prime. And I believe this was also an exhibition. Or I believe, yeah, this was an exhibition, or I think close to one of his last few fights before he decided to retire. But again, he's still doing boxing. He's still doing boxing still, but not as much as he used to. But he's still doing exhibitions. Damn, I got cuts and everything. Great. But yeah, you know, it's so, what's the word? It's so funny that how he's still trying to box and test his luck. But at the same time, you know, we know that he's just undefeated at this point. There's no one stopping him. But supposedly what a big knockdown. What a big, oh, I thought that was it. I really thought that was it. 1 minute left. Come on. Oh, another one again. See, even these fights are even interesting too. Oh, in the corner. He's in the corner. Oh, oh, oh. I'm sorry, but I love the corner fights, though. They're more fun and interesting as well. What was I saying? Okay, so back to Floyd Mayweather and supposedly John Gotti, the son, I believe, of the grandson of John Gotti, the one of the biggest gangsters of all time and in America, especially, one of the last few leaders of the old five families before, they got, shut down and, basically teared down, I would say, too. So apparently he's been fighting the son, and of course there's been chaos and soon afterwards. That is led to DQ. And it looks like Eric Morales has won this fight. Congratulations to him. We are going to do another match. Oh, yeah, you know what, here. Let's see if we can find him. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where's that man, Jake Paul? There he is. The problem child himself. But yeah, so, Floyd Mayweather has been fighting John Gotti, Jr., the son of John Gotti, the son of John Gotti. He's been fighting him lately, which I didn't even know he was a full-on boxer. I'm like, wait a minute. Gotti, was this just another upcoming fighter, or is this actually the son of John Gotti? Well, no, it's the grandson of John Gotti, who he's also becoming a boxer as well. So it's like, oh, he's a boxer. Oh, good for him. Good for him. But it's been ridiculous because most of those fights have been DQ or whatever due to John Gotti or someone messing it up. But anyway, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. But moving on with that, do I believe Floyd Mayweather would do another big match? I mean, from the looks of it, he still looks in pretty good shape to do it. But I don't know if his body's still capable for it. But we are gonna dive into this man over here, the problem child himself, the man who has created a buzz in the boxing world and in the internet as well, Jake Paul. All right, now since he likes to fight old people, we're gonna choose Rocky Marciano, one of the legends of boxing. You know what? Let's see if we can fight him in New York. Location, Mexico City. But yes, the problem child himself. Has been a thorn on every fighter and promoter's side for the last few years. Now, this all started fighting with Ben Askren, an MMA fighter who has been, not in his prime for as many years, lost to, what's his name? Masvidal. Masvidal in a knee strike, that was his probably most famous moment. But he also was the first opponent of Jake Paul, since he was supposedly claiming that he was getting into boxing. And again, Jake Paul at that time was a YouTuber alongside his brother, and was, sensational. However, he has stirred up a lot of shit. Some of it's unnecessary, but some of it has just been outright ridiculous. But he has managed to turn this around into a big scheme of his to, build himself up as a big star. And that's what he has done. For the last few other years, he has been fighting former veterans and legends in the MMA world past their primes, but has managed to stick toe-to-toe with them. He has knocked out a few in Tyron Woodley, who's an accomplished MMA champion. Here, let's look at the introduction.
From Cleveland, Ohio, in the United States, Here is the battle-ready cruiserweight and popular social media superstar, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano.
But yeah, like I was saying, Jake Paul has been fighting none other than legends of the MMA world, past their primes. Has been able to knock out a few of them, surprisingly, in surprising fashion. But there's been nothing more than angering the fans and honestly angering me, because he says that he's one of the best fighters of all time, but at the same time, he has done nothing more than just beat up old legends who have actually paved the way, for more UFC fighters, and has angered more UFC fighters, honestly, and not, respected any of them. Again, he's taunted at Floyd Money Mayweather, which, again, Logan Paul managed to fight Logan as well, and I feel like that was another scheme by the Logan brothers as well. I gotta admit, though, these Cleveland boys have been doing nothing but scamming the MMA fighters, and honestly, fighters everywhere. Big-time money fighters for a money grab for them. And they get the bigger checks more than the actual legends that have paved the way. But, I mean, this scheme has managed to work. And why do I say it's a scheme? Because it is, and these guys have done nothing but disrespect. They say that they respect these fighters, but honestly, they don't. And another controversial controversial thing that these guys have done has said that that they are the best in regards to fighters in the world. But here's the wild thing regarding this. Ooh, very nice. But yeah, here's another thing regarding this, though. Oh, the recent boxing match we've had between Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It was promoted as one of the biggest matches. Well, even though it wasn't, a lot of fans think it wasn't. This was just a big joke, to be honest. Because why? Because Jake Paul made it like that. And to be honest, Mike Tyson did fight a few years back, but the difference is that he still looked like in prime shape, and this was 6 to 7 years ago. But he's old. He's like almost in his 60s at this point. In his 60s, but I will still give Mike Tyson his respect at the end of the day to go in there and fight for his age, to be in the ring and stand toe to toe with a clown like Jake Paul is, because I believe he is a clown. Because even though, hey, I will say that what he's doing is ridiculously a genius. It's ridiculous, but it's genius at the same time. But it's just managed that he's just been managing, but Jake Paul has just been managing to scam the boxing world and the system. Oh, Jake Paul is stunned for the very first time. Oh, Jake Paul's knocked down. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. He got knocked down pretty early. That's wild. That is wild. Look at that again. Oh. Crazy. But yes, so they did fight, and it was under, I believe, 8 rounds, because of course Mike Tyson's old as well. But even then, Dana White, another one. Almost every person on this planet says that this fight is a joke and Mike Tyson shouldn't do it, and I agree. He shouldn't have done this. This is doing nothing but bringing a young kid who has disrespected. Oh! And that's why. It would have been like this. Damn. And this is on all on Undisputed, hard mode. These AIs are on hard mode. Let me look at this again. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Oh my Jesus. Yo, I'm not really expecting this. This is so unexpected. This is his already second down. And this is like a thing in the second round. Anyway. Yeah, this is already in the second round. It ought to be the third round. Look at this. Oh, the ribs is crazy. Oh. Well, yeah, you know, it's been, you know, this was ridiculous. And the fact is that he didn't even get paid a lot of money. Mike Tyson didn't even get paid a lot of money for this fight, which is ridiculous. And that Jake Paul was managed to win this fight. Now, to be honest, I think that, you know, most of the fights, you know, have been with people of color, mostly. That Jake Paul has managed to take advantage of and still make money off of them, which is ridiculous. Again, we're going to round 3 already. Damn. Well, yeah, you know, again, you know, Jake Paul has managed to disrespect this sport a lot, even though he's gained a lot of views for it. Again, he's just been disrespectful, and I don't consider him one of the best until he actually fights a real fighter that is near his age, that is still in the prime of their careers, and that has at least actually have accomplishments. Because fighting legends that are already older and have already done their time and passed their time in boxing and taking advantage of them and their money is really dumb and ridiculous. And you know, he's making a fool of himself at the end of the day. Now let me be honest. I am not a hater of Jake Paul, but I do think what he has done has ruined, and not ruined. What he has done is disgraced the legends that have done this, who have passed the torch to a lot of fighters who have dedicated their lives to boxing, when he's only been in boxing for a few short years and has managed to make a mockery of it. But at the end of the day, this is a payday for some people. Sorry, I'm on the phone. Once again, Jake Paul gets knocked down. Stunned again. And this is already in the third round. Almost about to be the end of the third right now. And he manages to survive it. Round 4. And yep, it looks like Rocky Marciano is winning. But yeah, anyway, look at this though as well. Again, you know, shout out to Mike Tyson. But you know, I think that him doing this, you know, again, gives him money at the end of the day, because, you know, as he deserves it. But at the same time, it does really nothing for his career. And it does really nothing for Jake Paul's career, honestly, neither. Because at the end of the day, this is nothing but a scheme. A scam and a scheme. But, you know, like I said, when he fights a real fighter, and actually, which he did, the brother of Tyson Fury, I believe the youngest brother, he did fight him recently, and it was an 8-round, you know, fight as well. But here's the thing, though. Jake Paul lost by decision. And to be honest, he did hold his own for a little while in that fight. But at the end, who won that fight? Guess who? The professional boxer who won the fight. Not him. Because he hit a lot more punches than Jake that night. And a lot more. And he was fast, decisive, and everything. Well, Jake Paul, I will admit, hanged for a little while. But to be honest, it was too much for him. He almost got knocked out in that fight too, funny thing. One time though. But, you know, other than that, he is fighting legends who have already done their past. So until he fights I repeat, until he fights on boxers that are his age, that have done a lot in this sport, and that are younger than him, or at least in their primes, then we can have a conversation about Jake Paul becoming a legitimate fighter. But until then, I don't believe that he's in discussion as one of the best. Because at the end of the day, you know, I think that he's just been a person that has taken advantage of boxers. Now, I will admit, the other match that, you know, the other boxing fight that we had there was the woman. Incredible, which, by the way, was brought by also Jake Paul as well, which he has his own promotions, MVP Promotions, Most Valuable Player Promotions. You know, that's been, you know, he claims that's been bringing the fighters a lot of money that have been signed to his promotion, a lot of money, which I would like to see what or hopefully either someone shows me the contracts or I look them up, or, you know, they actually show the contracts. But, you know, so far he's claiming that he's paying fighters pretty well, his fighters that are under his promotion pretty well, better than Dana White's, according to him. But we'll see if it's true or not. But I will say, though, that Breonna Taylor, I believe that's her name. Yep, Breonna Taylor and, what was her name? Let me look this up, because I ain't gonna leave her name out of this, because the MVP, the girl from Puerto Rico, let me see. Oh, Amanda Serrano. That was part 2 in the first fight, which Breonna Taylor did one. You know, that was quote unquote one of the best women's fights in a while. And this is what I love to see, because it's been a minute, or honestly in general, since I've seen boxing, you know, women boxing fight. And I know they exist though, but it's rarely shown in this day and age. But Serrano and Breonna Taylor have shown that it's still alive and that, you know, it can exist still in this time. But the decisions, again, in that fight, you know, as amazing as a fight it was, better than that stupid main event between these two, between Tyson and Jake Paul. Again, not Tyson's fault, but, you know, again, you know, it was just terrible. That main event was terrible and a waste of everyone's money. However, the women's main event, the women's co-main event, was a hell of a main event, co-main event. Hell of a fight between those girls. And as much as I disagree that Taylor did win that fight, because Serrano should have won that fight, but unfortunately they gave it to Breonna Taylor, which I will admit, she's an exceptional fighter, amazing fighter, definitely one of the best of this generation. Same with Serrano, one of the best boxers and women in this generation as well. But to be honest, Boricua should have won the fight. It was clear as day she won the fight. Everyone says that she won the fight, but they did not give it to her. So it is kind of ridiculous that Serrano was not given the win. But it is what it is. And to be honest, again, I feel like, and another big thing with boxing these days, and I think fights in general though, but I would just say just in general. Matter of fact, no. Because it's not just in boxing. It's in general when it comes to fighting promotions. Especially in UFC and boxing. Judges, scorecards, and decisions. Of course, we need them to see how the fight played out. But at the same time, the outrageousness in these decisions have been ridiculous. Outrageous and ridiculous. Considering what most of the matches were, and what the reality of, you know, the fight really was, when, unfortunately to the other judges, they weren't. And to be honest, the judges have been, in my words, incompetent. Or whatever. Oh, that was a big uppercut. That was nasty. But yeah, no, it's just been ridiculous with these judges. And either that or just something needs to change. Now, we need to get official judges that not only, one, make better decisions, clearly need to get their eyes checked. But, you know, we just need to make sure that they know what they're doing and that they know who really won the fight. Because there's been decisions in these last few years that I'm like, oh boy, they should have not made him win that fight. The decision making in these fights have been outrageous, and definitely Amanda Serrano and Breonna Taylor was one of those fights. One of the biggest fights of the year that were ridiculous when it came to decision. But we'll have to wait till another time, unfortunately. But we have something really interesting coming up on this big card between Usyk and Tyson Fury, which that's going to be informative going to the final fight, which is this fight. But again, regarding Jake Paul, again, it's very early that since he started MVP Promotions, and still very early in his career, but it's still no promising whether if he's going to actually fight real boxing fighters or not, boxing fighters of this time and era, or never. But for now, like I say, and like I agree, until Jake Paul fights more consistent fighters of his generation and of this time, then he will not be discussed as a potential best boxer of this generation ever, until otherwise. Which funny thing, a world champion has offered him, a champion has even offered him a fight, which is kind of funny though. But I mean, hey, he wants to defend boxing, let him defend boxing. Put that title on and see if Jake Paul is made enough to be a champion, championship material. But I will admit, he's been a genius doing it so far. Scamful, but a genius. Oh, big right. But, yeah, I'm interested to see what happens next. Now, also I want to talk about, I know I haven't really done WWE in a while. I know I haven't. I've just looked back at it, though, too. I do find it ridiculous myself that I haven't. But starting, Jake Paul once again stunned. Will Jake Paul survive? Oh, another one. We're going into the 8th round. Big round. That was a big round. Going into the 8th round. But, what was I about to say? Oh, yes. So, regarding WWE. I know I haven't done WWE in a while. I just really haven't been focusing on WWE-wise lately. But hopefully soon. And you know what? I'm going to announce it right now. That when January 6th comes around, the very first WWE on Raw, on Netflix. A big card going into that show, which we're going to be talking about that when the day comes. But I will be doing a full-on review on the Raw of Netflix, as WWE will now be going on Raw with their main shows on Netflix moving forward. That's right. All the pay-per-view, I believe all the pay-per-views will be on Netflix as well. Either that or I think they will be on Peacock, but I think most of the weekly shows will be on Netflix. And definitely for review for sure. But yeah, no, But yeah, it's very exciting, very huge for WWE, since WWE is clearly back. Of course, Vince McMahon, was forced to exit of the company due to the allegations of him sexual misconduct, allegedly. But of course, they made a documentary about him, which great documentary, definitely one of the best WWE documentaries I've seen in a minute. But again, he hasn't been seen from WWE since. Right now, I guess he's enjoying retirement, taking care of his grandchildren and all that. Now, will I be honest? Yes, that Vince McMahon has always been a very mysterious / crazy motherfucker for many years. For almost 30 to 40 years. He's been a very crazy motherfucker. Especially the early 2000s, when he was, in a way, sexualizing women, but, this was during different times, different eras, that, some things of the past 20 years would have been canceled today, since everything has been so sensitive lately. Has the sensitivity been much in the world lately? Yes. Has it been too much? I agree. I will agree that the world has gotten a little bit too sensitive lately. But again, you know, we're living in different times now where sensitivity, you gotta be careful with that now. But I mean, yes, he was very, you know, some say controversial, some say crazy, some say, you know, a game changer. And for him, he really was a game changer. Definitely during the old days, he was. But I think now that, you know, do I think that, is he guilty of it? Honestly, I don't know. Because they showed alleged text messages, though. But to be honest, though, again, these are just text messages. We don't know if these are true or not. If there even is his phone, because, you know, you could still pretend it could be his phone and still say, oh, you know, you could just take the contact out of his phone number and do this and that. Which is also Brock Lesnar, also as well, was in the allegations as well, allegedly. But it's neither accepted or confirmed that he actually did that. Oh, very nice one too. Oh. But yeah, we're gonna definitely be doing a Raw on Netflix prediction, because it's definitely going to be a big Raw, and I can't wait to do it and announce it. And yeah. Oh. And I can't wait to bring it onto the screen as well. But, yeah, no, it's definitely going to be huge. And that is the end of round 9. Also, you know what? Since we don't really have a superhero game as well, you know what? We might as well talk about the newest trailer of Superman. Probably one of the biggest superhero movies going into next year. Oh, and Logan Paul is stunned. Will this be it? Already stunned early in the round 10. But yeah, you know, sorry, my fault. Silent for a second. But, yeah, no, it's definitely going to be the biggest movie going into next year. Again, James Gunn has done a really impressive job, I would say, with this movie, especially for the first trailer and teaser of Superman. But, you know, again, there's just been a lot of controversies of who's really in charge of DC, and not only that, is DC ever going to be on track to, you know, get back to where it once was? Because, of course, you know, they made a lot of movies, DC movies here and there, but at the same time, it wasn't really organized. It wasn't really like Marvel is organized. Because Marvel has already, the MCU has plans regarding movies of where they want to go to going into next year, at least, especially with the new Daredevil movie, especially with the new Captain America movie. There's a storyline there. While DCU hasn't really had a storyline since Zack Snyder was doing the superhero movies. Which, again, Zack says DC had potential. But unfortunately, either he didn't want to do it, or, you know, it just wasn't really confirmed whether they should give it to him or not. But they didn't. They gave it to James Gunn, which was one of the biggest directors. Is it a draw? Oh, a draw. Well, okay. It was surprising, but I will admit Logan Paul held on his own here. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But we're going to our final fight of the night. Wait, heavyweight. There we go. Okay, wait. Let's look at the choice. Ring of Fire. Oh, okay. is right. There we go. It's the Kingdom, Saudi Arabia. No, we're gonna go 12, just because. Undisputed. 12 rounds. Well, you know what? You know, again, superhero movies are looking to be very exciting for the next 2 years, and we'll see what happens. But here we are. Our prediction. Our final fight of the night. Or of this card. Or of this video. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. I gotta fix that, but I'll fix it later. It starts with a... Yeah, I did terrible. I thought it was an O. Wow. I'm sorry, but again, this is our final match of the night. And this is for all the heavyweight titles of boxing. And this is for, all the titles of boxing, the heavyweight titles. Who wins in the rematch? Well, this is a very tough decision for me. Very, 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 very tough decision for me. But I know I'm going to have to pick one.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King.
Because I love both these guys at the end of the day. Because, again, Tyson Fury has shown a lot of uniqueness, very quick for his size, especially with punches. While Usyk itself, has shown a lot of power and a lot of, quickness too in a way. But not like Tyson Fury's though, for sure. But I know I have to choose. You know what? I'm gonna go with Usyk. I'm gonna go with Usyk. Usyk, in my opinion, could win this rematch. And why do I say that? I just feel like it will be the right time for Tyson Fury to retire. I mean, who else does he have to beat? He's beating everyone in the division, every top person in the division. Probably except for Zhang, which is, again, one of the few people that managed to knock out Deontay Wilder. Again, he's starting to rise up too, especially defeating a big star. Either him or Dubois, to be honest. But also, at the same time, Tyson Fury doesn't need to fight Anthony Joshua anymore. Because, to be honest, Anthony Joshua has been knocked out by an underdog, has beaten almost everyone. Because I feel that there's no reason for him to fight Anthony Joshua. While on the other hand, Usyk is still very young and still in his prime, but at the same time, I think he still has lots to do, and especially beating Tyson Fury, beating Tyson Fury and by decision, has already made him go big as well. But I think he can still do more. And I think that was a big right. Anyway, he could still do more though, man. That was a reaction though. Because it was so out of nowhere. I did not expect that big right, but that was a nice uppercut. Anyway. But yeah, I think that, this possibly makes sense for me, and I feel that Usyk could win the rematch. That first round is already done. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Usyk definitely needs this win. Now I know it would not it would tend to not show bad on Tyson Fury's record, because at the end of the day he's already the most dominant heavyweight in the world. But if Tyson is able to beat Usyk in the rematch, then that's amazing, and it shows that he still got it, and and you gotta admit that he is definitely one on the top radar. He's probably one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. But we will see what happens tomorrow night. And I gotta download Days In. I think I downloaded it already on my Apple. I mean on my on my Fire Stick. Yeah, I think I already downloaded it. But yeah, no, this is just. I just think it makes sense for Usyk to win. Well, who do I think could be next for the World Heavyweight title after? That'll be a hell of a question. I would say this though: the big contenders right now, I would say, is Dubois and Zhang. Those are the two big contenders, I believe, or in contention to go after the title. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is gonna be just huge. Oh. Well, yeah, and this could be either the end of the era or start of a new era. And also for boxing as well, Tank is debating, from other news as well, Tank is debating on retiring. While also Ryan Garcia, who's had a very controversial, controversial, thing lately. Since he was on a supposed racist rant, but also, I would say it's ridiculous that, he was supposedly on drugs. A lot of people saying he was, some people saying he wasn't. But I think he might either that or drinking. I mean, who knows? Because he could be a big drinker too. But at the same time, he defeated Devin Haney, which they were saying it was also on drugs, but it's looking like that he was. So it might be proven to be true. But it is kind of wild though that he predicted that he was going to win and still beat him, and beat Devin Haney, which he did, which is hilarious. But again, we'll see if he comes out of controversy, or this could be just the end of his career as a boxer. But we'll see what happens. And yeah. Do I think what he did was wrong? Yes. And I think, does he need rehab? I think he does. I think he really does. Oh. Oh. Man, this fight has been interesting. Well, honestly, all the fights on this video have been really fire. I can't lie. I can't lie. I was about to get me on a call for a whole sec. crazy. Oh, right, that guy left. Oh, big right, left, right, left, right, left. But yeah, I mean, so far, what I've been, have I been enjoying this game? Yes. Have there been some mess ups in the past? Yes. I will admit that. For example, earlier this month or the end of last month, there was a lot of draining when it came to health, stamina wise, and it was not playable. It was not playable at all, and yeah, it made the game unfun. So I couldn't play this game for a while until it was fixed, but they fixed it. They did a very good job of fixing it, and they managed to make updates on career mode. Maybe I will try career mode one of these days, but we'll see what happens. But already, Tyson Fury is stunned. It's about to be the end of the 4th round. Oh, big right. By the end of the 4th round, going to 5th. Yeah, no, this game has been really fun so far. In the beginning, though, I will admit, I mean, there still is a lot of power punch spammers, of course. Again, they managed to limit the, stamina regarding power punches that, it's the highest ones that they could take you out on. Oh, very nice. But, oh, Jesus, what an uppercut. Jesus, man, this has just been a fight. I will say that right now. This has been one hell of a fight. But, yeah, there's still that, but, to be honest, it could be a little annoying, but it's not really an issue, really, that much. But, I will say, though, that not a really big issue, but, because I feel like that the game is still playable, but I will say this, though. Online-wise, and I'm going to make a, and, oh, like, I'm going to make a video regarding this maybe one day. Matter of fact, I'll just say it right now, though, too. Even though we're playing AI, and you guys can't see it, but here's what I'm going to say. Regarding knockdowns. Of course, you knock down, there's 2 bars. Use R2 and L2 to even with the bars, to be on the bars, whether they're big or, tiny. The point is you gotta be on the bars before you gotta reach the count of 10. And you gotta fill that bar all the way before 10. Which, it's easy and all that. But, for some reason, and I don't know if other people are experiencing this. Oh, but if you are, let me know. But for some reason, after the 3rd knockdown, it's hard. And now, what do I mean by hard? Now, what do I mean by that is when it's on the L stick, mostly on my L stick, this happens. When I'm trying to, even it with the left side of the bar, it's harder to, pull it down and, match it or even it with the bar. When it shouldn't be. And, there's an option in the game that, like, will you be able to fight with 3 rounds? Like, after 3 knockdowns. Because they usually, once you get knocked down 3 times, that's it. You lost. Because you keep on getting knocked down. But, when it comes to online matches, there is no option towards that. There is no, like, you can turn that on or off. Now, usually, from what I've seen, the option is off. But, when it goes to online matches, you can't get up after the 3rd count, which is kind of ridiculous. And your L2 button gets either stuck or harder to put it down or click it down. But unfortunately, that's what's been happening. Now, Now, this is not really a big deal because I think that, the game is still fun to play with. But at the same time, though, it is, a little concerning when the fact is that you have this as an option for either way, but when you play online and the option says no, that you don't have to use the three knockdown mode, then I should be able to get up at least 5 or 6 times. Because in the beginning, I was able to get up easily 4 to 5 times. And if I missed it, I missed it. And I messed up. But lately though, it's happened when I should be getting up more times than I used to. And again, if the option was turned on that you can't get up after the third knockdown, then totally understandable. Totally understandable. Then okay, I get it. I can't get up after the third knockdown. Or it'll be impossible to get up after the third knockdown. Oh, big right. But, it's been happening even when that option has been turned off. So I do hope that either gets fixed or addressed soon. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. I'll accept it because the game is still fun to play with. And I can't wait to see what the next DLC is going to be. Because we already got Logan Paul as DLC. We got some legends like Morales, Barrera, Zhang, one of the new heavyweights that Deontay Wilder fought recently. And I believe we got Dubois as well. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta check. But yeah, no, this is just, been a fun game to play. And this shows that boxing is back to where it once was. And the boxing game has potential to be going back to what it once was. A very popular sports game to play. And from what I heard as well, the supposed rumor is that they will be doing another Fight Night series. So that's going to be huge. And I think they said either next year or in 2026, they are in plans to doing that again. Or remaking it again. I believe I don't know if it's with EA. I believe it is. I believe it is with EA. But for now, they are saying that they're... Oh! What a knockdown from Tyson Fury to Usyk. Wow. Bam! Oh my Jesus. Alright, one more time. Right here. We're gonna do it this time. Oh! Alright. Alright, this is it right here. I'm gonna go to this side and that's it. Oh, the first knockdown of the fight in the 7th round. Usyk gets knocked down first. I'm really shocked right now. Come on, Usyk, get up. Get up. Get up. Even though I love both of these guys at the end of the day, I still gotta cheer for Usyk, my pick at the end of the day. Oh, big right. Let's see. But yeah, no, I think that this fight is gonna be really, really exciting. Man, this has been one hell of a fight, back and forth. What a hell of a knockdown by Fury, though. Alright, let's go to round 8. Round 8. Oh, big right. another stun by Fury. Another stun by Fury. In the 8th round. Oh. In the corner, man. I always love the corner action. Oh, stunned by Uysk now. Come on, finish it off, Uysk. Come on. I'm trying to go for the body, but it's just not working. Oh. Oh, big uppercut. Oh. Into the ring. And that's it. Going to round 9. Let's see if this fight intends. We almost got a knockdown on both sides that round. We'll see going to round 9. Oh! Trying to go for a big right, but that caught him. Tyson caught him. Oh, body punches and everything. Oh, big right. Tyson is stunned. Oh my eye. Oh, big right. Oh, big jab and uppercut. Down the body. I believe this will be 12 rounds, I think. 12 rounds, yeah. This fight will be 12 rounds. And I think every fight is usually 12 rounds. Some are 15, I think. But yeah, most of them are 12. That was a... $87-83, Tyson Fury's winning the fight so far. Regarding points and everything. Can Uysk bounce back with a knockout before the fight is over, before the rounds are done? Because we're already at round 10. 2 more rounds left to go. Let's see where we at. Okay, I don't get this. Yeah, very enjoyable. I gotta know how to put this on my Instagram because I want people to at least watch my YouTube through my Instagram. I gotta look it up. But I will say this though, for any of the sport games that are coming out, the new Fight Night is coming out. I'm definitely getting for the new WWE, I'm in no rush to get it, but the only reason I would probably get it is to see the new, you know, wrestlers that have just arrived in WWE go there. So, all right, one more round left to go. After this round, one more round left to go. Nice dodge. Oh, big jab, big jab. All right, the final round. You know, I'm gonna let the corner do its job one last time, just to, you know, see. But I gotta admit, this has been one hell of a fight, though. But from the point side, it is looking like Tyson Fury is winning the fight. But we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. But I mean, yeah, no, this has been one hell of a video, and I hope that we will be doing more of these videos. Hopefully, you know, in the future, definitely talking about a lot more about this game for sure, and hopefully we get more fighters too, more interesting packs in the future coming out, and yeah, looking pretty invested in this and Undisputed 100%. But yeah, no, this has been one hell of a game, and here it is, guys, the final round. The 12th round. Here we go. And I think there's only one knockdown, which was again Uysk had Fury had the knockdown. Well, it is looking like Tyson Fury has won the fight by decision, but I won't be surprised if this fight ends by decision. But you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. Usyk wins in the later. I'm gonna say this right now. My prediction is this: Usyk wins by knockout in the later rounds. However, second prediction: Usyk wins by decision again. But if Tyson Fury manages to win or not, I'm happy either way. But again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to tune in for more, as we will be doing more of these in the future. Thank you guys again.